Hi guys, Outside Creations here, and today we're going to show you how to make a practical video intro. Here's one that we put together ourselves. So first things first, you're going to want to decide what your intro sequence is going to be. So we've been filming our new series called Field Notes, so we thought it was pretty apt to get a Field Notes notebook and shoot this against a nice background, which we've got a lovely old desk here. For props, we're going to be using a Canon camera strap, some SD cards and a hard drive. We might also throw in some plants as well.
Alright, so now you've got your idea and your prop set up, you want to sort out your camera. Now what we've done is we've got our GH5 and our Manfrotto Tripod, and there's actually a setting where you can flip it around and face it straight down for sort of flat lay shots. If you don't have a tripod that can do that, you can also sort of balance your tripod on a chair or something and then just point the head down towards the desk or whatever. But I wouldn't recommend that really, because it can sort of slip off and face plant, and you know, that's sad times. Another thing to probably mention would be your aperture. So if you've got props at different heights, you don't want one to be in focus, then anything lower or higher to be out of focus. So if you can pump up the aperture to something higher like f4 or f5, that's going to really help you to get everything in focus.
So one thing we like to do is use an external monitor like this one, so that we can really see our shot and get the composition exactly right. We're using a nice big 4K one, but you can also use cheaper ones like this. So we're going to have the Field Notes notebook nice and centered, and I'm going to use the monitor to check that, and then we're going to kind of arrange our props around it so as to kind of fill the frame and make things look nice.
Moving on to the lighting, we want to get really nice sort of soft, almost like a window light look. So what we're doing on this side is we're using two LED panels. They're great, you can adjust the brightness, the color temperature, and we're shining both of these through a diffuser, which is actually propped up against the tripod. And then on this side, we're using another light, kind of as a fill light, and we're using another LED panel that's bouncing off this roof slash wall, kind of like a slanted ceiling. And we're using another diffuser here to kind of stop that light leaking onto the desk. A word of advice would be not to obstruct the camera too much when you're putting your hands into the shot, so you don't want too much forearm or sort of hairy hands or anything like that. And the other tip is always shoot multiple copies, because you might sort of get the first one and see something's wrong with it, so you'll really thank yourself for shooting a few spare ones.
So the last thing you want to do is get some nice audio for your intro. So we used a Rode mic plugged into our GH5, but for better results you can plug your mic into an external recorder. The main thing here was making sure we're as close to the action as possible. So we were kind of recording the audio of the notebook opening and closing and kind of shuffling around, and that kind of gave us a really nice bass sound to use.
So there you have it, that's how we made our Field Notes intro title.
If you've got any questions, just leave a comment below, and if you like our videos, please subscribe. See you next time.